Hello guys, everyone here in today's video. In this video today, we are going to talk about we're going to do a topic on horror video game reviews. I'm going to talk about some horror video games today on this topic on Gaming Radar, which is what I'm going to be reading it off of. I want to talk about some upcoming horror games, something to look forward to. Um, some of the things you guys are probably looking forward to. There's a ton of things I'm looking forward to this year, um, so I'm gonna read off some of these reviews off to you guys, and see what you guys think, and let's get this show on the road. All right. So the first one is here. The upcoming horror games of 2023 beyond are fitting and a frightful collection. It's already been a hell of a year for horror so far, with the excellent Dead Space remaster and the phenomenal Kasi Fishing Horror Dredge, but the fun is only just beginning. Long gone are the days when we could only expect horror games at Halloween instead of every month. It's far game when it's fair game when it comes to frights. Even better though, though, is the fact that there are now so many different kinds of upcoming horror games. There are still plenty of survival horror games on the list as well, including games like Amnesia the Bunker, but developers are getting bolder and taking scares in different directions. The upcoming Killer Frequency, for instance, is a very different take on the slasher genre, as we play as a radio DJ helping a town fight off a masked villain, all from the safety of his studio. Obviously, if you can't wait at all, check out our best horror games to play right now. Prepare for serious scares over the upcoming months with these upcoming PS5 games, new PC games, and upcoming Xbox Series X games. Our bravery will truly be tested. So grab your favorite horror weapon and rest it next to the sofa, just in case it's time for most exciting upcoming horror games of 2023 and beyond. Okay, so our first one here is Amnesia the Bunker. I haven't really played any of these. I've seen what they are and everything. They are pretty frightful. I haven't really seen too many reviews on Amnesia the Bunker. And in fact, I'm sure it's another game people are going to look forward to playing, because it's a pretty big series, I guess, for what it is. I just never really got into playing them yet, so I don't really know much about them. The next one here is System Shock. This looks kind of cool. It looks like a cyberpunk kind of like atmosphere, like game. Yes, that System Shock. This full remake. Oh, it's a remake of the pioneering of 1994 original has been in the pipeline from Night Drive Studios for a long time, but we're almost ready to take on the Shodan once more. Who, speaking of, is played by the same voice actor, but don't worry, everything else has had a full overhaul and upgrade since the 90s. This sci-fi trip is also pleasing, colorful compared to some of the other grim horrors on the way. If you can't wait, check out the demo available on Steam. Okay. Killer Frequency, sorry. Some games just feel like a tick list of everything we've never wanted from a VR horror experience. Oh, okay, so it's gonna be like a VR type thing. And the Killer Frank would say we're in the 80s and responsible for the graveyard shift at local radio station KFAM 18 189 1.6 116 whatever. But while listening to classic 80s tracks, we start to get calls from the people of town who have found themselves in very own slasher movie studio. Suddenly, we need to help them survive the night, all from an analog neon hauled radio studio to see perfect. Okay. The next thing we got here is the Grey Hill incident. Now, I've actually seen a lot of good trailers for this game, not just that, but I've also seen some actually pretty cool gameplay footage and things like that, and like the test footage of the game and stuff. And it looks very good. A lot of people say that this game is actually based from a movie. A lot of people say this kind of comes from the movie Signs, but I'm gonna read in some review with it. The thing about stereotypical idea of little gray aliens is that, other than that birthday party scene in Signs, they just don't seem tremendouly scary, while survival horror Grey Hill incident is going to try and change all that with a first person jaunt through an alien invasion, in the early 90s, where behind the eyes of Ryan Baker, a man armed with just a few bullets and a baseball bat, and missed a dark and terrifying world. Going by the trailer, there's definitely some worry humor going on as you hunt down into tinfoil, presumably for hats, but the shadowy figures here are no mere ETs trying to get home. Okay. I'm actually looking forward to this game, which it will be on platforms of PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, awesome, and PC. I'm definitely gonna be doing some. I'm definitely gonna do some more horror. I'm gonna do a horror series and stuff this year with horror games for October month and stuff again. I've done that last year and the year before that. I'm definitely going to do something really different this year with it, though. I'm not really too sure what I'm going to do yet, but I do want to do something really different, though. Since we got some new horror games coming in, I'm hoping to try to fit some of those in there, including this game and the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre game also as well. So I definitely like to fit those in there. And plus, I've kind of got the idea of writing my own horror stories, like little short horror stories and stuff as well. I did it last year, and I think I did fairly okay. Of course, it was my first time doing them though, so we'll see what this year brings into it. Next one we got here is Aliens Dark Descent. We got another Alien game. Looks like a tactical-like game, really. After the multiplayer Xenomorph action of Aliens Fireteam Elite, Dark Descent takes us back to a single-player experience where no one can hear us scream. Well, okay, our AI teammates probably can, because this is a RTS where we're in control of a team of colonial marines desperately trying to survive a fresh alien story, and as if the traditional face huggers and Predatorians weren't enough, Dark Descent promises a new, unique danger to threaten our crew's already frying sanity and wonderful. Okay. I really want them to go back and do something like Alien Isolation. I think Alien Isolation was probably one of my favorite things to actually not only play, because now they took it off of Game Pass, so I really can't do nothing with it now, because I'm kind of upset about that. Um, I think one of the things I would like to see Alien Isolation do is either do a remaster with it for the Xbox One or give us a sequel. That's what I'm kind of hoping that they should do with Alien Isolation at this point, because I know a lot of people that still play that and stuff, and it's still kind of a pretty frightful game. I mean, it still has some pretty good, every now and then jump scares and stuff, because your whole point is not just a story, but when you play the survival mode of it, your whole point is to try to escape the um, you're trying to escape so you can get to the elevator and stuff. But you have to turn on a switch in order to like get up there, and then that next level. What the next level has, aliens and stuff up there as well. If I remember correctly, I think the other floor that you had to go up to, I think it had two aliens that were up there, so you had to freaking juggle around. And oh yeah, well, I've had some pretty good frightful jumps. Don't worry. Okay. Oop, I just talked about this. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm definitely looking forward to this game. I cannot wait till this freaking goes in. I'm definitely gonna squeeze Friday the 13th in with this too, since it came from the same company, which is Gun Media Studios. Um, an atmosphere horror feels somewhat fitting for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, simply because that's definitely how your body looks once Leatherface is through with you. Published by Gun Media Studios, the team responsible for the Friday the 13th game. This looks like an absolute love letter to Toby Hopper's sweaty and horrifying 1974 masterpiece. Will meet a fresh version of the family, and tense news will have to attempt to hide in plain sight and just use the shadows to invade, capture, expect running and screaming when this arrives day one. Arrives day one on Xbox Game Pass. Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I feel like Gun Media Studios. I feel like Gun Media Studios might actually go into that whole um I feel like Gun Media Studios would be that horror studios to do horror movies based off of video games. I mean, not all of them. I'm sure that they would come up with something new and unique of their own thing. But like, I can see them coming up with something like Halloween, maybe a Scream game, or Nightmare on Elm Street. I think that'll be really interesting to see them tackle that. I like to see what they would do with that. Um, Maybe a Chucky like game. We'll see what they do though. But if they can actually, but if this actually does well, I look forward to see what they're up to with it later. So my nose is really itchy today. Okay, next one we got here is Paranormal Tales. I've actually seen the trailer of this. This actually does look kind of terrifying, especially with a haunting game like it is. Especially when you have, kind of like your horror stories. You guys like to some people like to watch on YouTube, like go into people's houses and see these haunted houses and things move around. This actually does have that atmospheric to it, but it's some of it does have some pretty good scares to it though. Um, there's supposed to be a shadowed figure that's actually in this game that actually does the jump scares, so it's really interesting to see what they do. Um, Developer Digital Cyber Cherries. Okay. All of the horror subgenres found footage crawls under your skin in a very specific way on the surface of our brains. Now that is the fiction, but the shanky handheld footage from phones or even body cams demands to be taken seriously as a threat. Two Paranormal Tales, a terrifying look under Unreal Engine 5 creation that lets us play various found footage files, encouraging us to explore further into the dark to discover what happened to those who were foolish enough to start hitting record. Expect plenty of movie influenced jump scares and figures lurking in the corners. You didn't even see the one in the screenshot above you, did you? Hmm? Oh yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about. The one right here. Well, the one I seen was there was a jump scare shot where one of the dudes was running around the trailer, and he took a hit. He hid in the closet, and there was actually, of course, the light was on, but then there was actually a ghost that was actually in the closet that like scared the daylights out of him. So I was like, oh man. Um, Silent Hill 2 remake. Um, I would like to see Silent Hill get remakes just like what they're doing Resident Evil right now. But I'm trying to figure out how come they just started with with Silent Hill 2. I feel like they should went into the Silent Hill 1, then 2, and then 3. I feel like they should have done a revisit of all three of those and then go into something else other than that. But I don't know. Unless I do get though that Silent Hill 2 I think is a very big popular favorite for a lot of people though. A lot of people are pretty big with that. Finally, a disturbingly controlled cat is out of the bag. It has finally been confirmed that Bloober Team is working on a remake of one of the most legendary horror game of all time. Our trip back into the fog will, of course, try to and evoke all the atmosphere of James' original journey, but one big change is already clear. For the sake of immersion, there's now an over-the-shoulder camera to bring us even closer to the horrors lurking in these streets. Error thinks. Oh, and it's the to be continued for now, but apparently the Silent Hill 2 remake is already done, so we might not be waiting too long to hear the sound of the radio static again. Now, I've actually seen some topics about this horror game. Um, what I understand, I didn't know anything about this game, so to me, this game was just like talked about out of the blue. This game is Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which is based off of the '80s Killer Clowns movie. Um, very cool, very cool movie by the way. But like I said, this one was like not even like mentioned until like it was like just when you didn't think we could have any more horror movie inspired atmospheric multiplayer experiences along comes a squeaky showed game we didn't even know we needed any self-respecting 90s kid well have sneakily watched this camp cult classic far too early in life. It looks like the developers are exactly the same in great news. TerraVision Games has Freddy, has Friday the 13th Randy Greenback on staff to make sure that the comedy horror transolution is as smooth as possible, and the team is even working with an original directors, the Chidio brothers. I probably butchered that. I'm sorry if I did. Honk your nose if you're itching to clown around with these gun-toting Ronald McDonald's. What's interesting is, okay, it's made by TerraVision Games, and it has some of the staff from the Friday the 13th. So I'm kind of wondering if Gun Media partnered with this, because I kind of feel like they juggled around with this and then the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, so they was actually cooking up some stuff for everybody. So, but I'm not really sure though. That's really kind of a questionable thing. Alone in the Dark. I've played that on the PS2. I didn't realize they were doing a remake of that, or a remake of that. Silent Hill Townfall, which was a brand new Silent Hill game. Silent Hill F to be continued, so it's not much talked about. Routine. Alan Wake 2. I've always wondered what was going on with this for a while, because the last time I seen something with Alan Wake 2 was when they showed the one trailer for it, and I didn't really see too much of it after that, so it was like a to be continued thing and stuff. But now that they showed more of a trailer, and then I got to see some screenshot footage of what's to be with it, and it actually looks pretty good, so I'm definitely looking forward to the sequel of it. So I think that's about it for today's video, you guys. Post a comment section below and tell what horror games you guys are looking forward to this year. I'm definitely looking forward to the Grey Hill Incident, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm definitely looking forward to the Killer Clowns from Outer Space one, and then I'm definitely eyeballing for Alan Wake 2. I think those are about the horror games I've seen that I'm really interested in at this point. Paranormal Tales, I might give it a go whenever it hits and stuff, but it looks like to me I think it's for PC only though. Another game that I really haven't tried is Sons of the Forest, which is a game I really haven't tried. I've seen a lot of cool stuff about it. I just haven't really got to participate in it yet. So, I'm definitely gonna have to do some airbending stuff a little bit here to get somewhat kind of caught up a little bit with stuff. So, post a comment section below if you like the like button, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as always. And I'll see you in the next video, and goodbye.